Good morning. It is another day in the shop, and today the wrecker is getting its annual maintenance. That means a lot of things, but basically changing fluids, cleaning stuff, doing the small repairs for the wear items, just checking it over. I'll show you something right here we just noticed. That's the second time it's broken, and what I think is happening is right here, we're not putting a clamping force on that, so it's just wiggling this back and forth till it breaks. The last time we noticed this was broke was in New Mexico on a job with Colt. Colt builds it. Colt just noticed that bolt's broke off. That's a pretty heavy duty bolt.
I'm good for judging other people's stuff.
Yeah. So the gear oil in this hub right here, there's 4 of them. Those are planetaries. They're supposed to be changed after the first 100 miles. I think we've exceeded that, so it's definitely time to change those. We're gonna change the oil in the differentials while we're at it and check everything else out. So it feels good to be doing scheduled maintenance on the wrecker instead of unscheduled repairs. I'm just hoping we're done with that chapter. What do you think?
You're just glad because this means that you didn't break it this time.
Yeah, well, it hasn't broken in a while. I think we've got the drivetrain all beefed up. Adam's drive shafts worked with us on the drive shaft. We now have 1650 joints in here. They worked with us to get it to the size flanges we have, so big thanks to them. It's been working great. Off-Road Designs worked with us on the transfer case till we got the SCS box with the Magnum box. And as we're doing maintenance, I'm gonna be reviewing the products that we're maintaining and let you know if they've been working for us or haven't been. We'll just tell you how that's going. I told you I was gonna be giving you reviews on all the parts that we use on the wrecker as we use them. And the first part we're using on the wrecker is this Challenger lift. It's the 14,000 pound unit. And my goodness, these Challenger lifts are high quality units. We've put this one to the test. This wrecker is 12,500 pounds. It picks it up like nothing. The lift is rated at 14,000 pounds, and I believe it. Installed by Legend Auto Lift. It was a pretty tight fit. All right, let's talk about these Super Swampers. We've actually got a few comments from people that are like, man, those tires are looking wore out, you need to change them. And here in the desert Southwest, we like our tires scrubbed down and smooth because we have a ton of slick rock, we have a ton of sand. And that is the best tire for the sand when they're a little bit more rounded profile and a little bit smoother and scrubbed down. Now, with that being said, these tires were excellent from day one. Like the second we put these on, I was like, oh man, I'm in love. This is a tire we're gonna run. So these have been giving us way better service than the other ones. The other ones would get these cuts this way in the tire. I don't know where they were from, but you can see we've been using these sidewalls a ton. There's some abrasions and little tiny slices. Those are like trail damage, but it's not internal tire cracking from the inside. So I'm giving these a 10 out of 10. They have greatly improved the wrecker's capabilities. And no, we're not gonna replace them. They are not wore out. They are in the prime of their life. And I'm so excited to just work these the rest of the summer. Now we've got to figure out how to drain these. And I'm assuming it's these right here. That would be correct. Awesome.
Yeah.
Look at that.
See if we can get it off.
Okay, go ahead and spin that frontwards. Gonna take all your might. take this one off. And that may shoot out of there when you do.
Good.
I'm just super paranoid about dropping this in the bucket. This one's got the magnet on it. We got a little bit of fuzz on there, but that's to be expected. That looks good. All right, something we don't show a lot of on the camera because it's super boring is the meticulous cleaning of stuff like this. This is packed with sand, and that's pretty bad in there. Like, I don't like that. So I'm gonna get something here that I can clean that with. And we're just gonna dig all the sand out of those threads. Hey, baby. Well, it's getting its annual service because we've been neglecting that for too long. I'm gonna show you something we never show you, but just assume that we do this on every single job we do. Because that sand is so bad. Now, during the cleaning process, I might have knocked a little bit of debris in there. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna take some of the just generic brand GL5 and I'm gonna put it in there and just let it run out. And that should take out any contaminants that we knocked in there, or at least most of them, the ones that matter. Now, why didn't I do this pull? Well, we've got to fill this, and when we do, we're going to be dipping it out, and it'll drain back out. You'll see. I'll show you. All right, we're going back with our Severe Gear 75-140. This is a GL5, which is what they're calling for on these axles. I wonder how many of these it takes. These bags of AMSOIL are so nice for putting that gear lube in. So these are supposed to be filled up to here. This is the full level. I don't want to take that out because I think I have a hack. I think I can just level this out like that, and it'll tell me if we're full or not. We're not quite full. So I'm going to put a little more in.
That was it.
Yeah, now we're full. All right. Happy with that. On to, should we just go around the same way we took the tires off?
Yep. Onto that one.
Colin, what are you doing?
I am replacing the starter, and the first thing I have to do is disconnect the batteries under here. So that's what I'm doing.
One thing about these big block 8.1s, they use this tiny little LS starter, and they seem to go out abnormally fast. And they don't, it's not the starter going out like normal, it actually breaks a part of the starter drive. And that's why the wrecker sounds like it does when it starts. It's because it's already broke that starter drive. So I don't know if there's a long-term fix or if we just put a new starter in every year, but yeah, that's the way it is.
It's a good time to be in the starter business.
You could look at it that way. After Colin disconnects the battery, he's got to pull this panel, maybe this panel, and then figure out how to get to that starter. Okay, well, turn it your way a little bit more. Back, right there. Okay. Colin's talking about over tightening things. The things I find over tightened like all the time is drain plugs and battery terminals. You'll have someone get a brand new battery terminal and then you just ruin it on the first time they tighten it up. They need to be barely past, just right there. And then drain plugs, there is no reason to ever have to replace a drain plug. They are never rusty, they don't gall. They do if you over tighten them, but if you don't over tighten them, they don't gall. They're always lubricated, they never rust, and they can be tightened and loosened 10,000 times before they need replacing. And if you put anti-seize on your lug studs, same thing. Never gall, never break, never rust, always work, never need to be replaced. Now, I would never recommend that you do that, so don't. Nice. On to the next. Okay, all right, we got the hubs all done and they're looking good. Now we're gonna do the differentials, and I've never changed the oil in those either. We're supposed to change that after 100 miles. And I think if I do the math really quick, we've gone approximately more than that. So the drain plug is easy to get to. It's right here, and it's the same size as the hub, so that's easy. The problem is, what's difficult is, the fill plug is in here. I hid it in here.
Yeah, you did.
And I'm wondering if I should cut a hole straight into it. I don't know. Caitlin, why did I do this?
Because you're cheap and lazy.
I am cheap and lazy. Yeah, it's just not gonna fit in there. It's too much of an angle. Well, past Matt has made a cheap, lazy decision that's costing future Matt time and money. All right, I've got this annular hole saw here. I'm just gonna try to guess where this needs to be. Now there's a welding, there's a seam, a weld right there. I've gotta be a little bit below it. It's gonna be at an angle, but far less than it currently is. So, all right, we're in for it now.
Oh.
I saw that coming.
Did you lose something?
I wish.
Starter is now loose in there, and it's coming out as we speak. That was nice.
Oh, with the old and with the new.
Oh
Look
man.
how pretty that is.
Oh, it's so pretty, and now I have to put it in.
Just do the reverse.
Now you get to put it in.
I get to put it in. What an honor to keep this thing starting up reliably.
All right, what's your solution? You getting that out?
Well, I've gotta put another bit in here. You know why Milwaukee never warranties any of our drills? Because they watch the channel. I covered up the plug, so we're gonna try to get it through here. You should have said something, Ed.
Yeah.
Okay, we're through on one side. Woo! Oh, we've got another hole to drill. Oh, rats. I'm pretty sure that is, that this is cooked right here.
Did you say cooked?
We were saying cooked long before you were born.
Oh man. We should see how many pieces of equipment you can ruin for this hole.
Let's stop. Let's stop about now.
Oh, you're so close.
That weld I was telling you about, that's what's stopping us.
Oh, it's out now.
Well, let's see if that was all. Oh, my goodness. I broke the handle internally.
It's standard when it's working.
Almost all my drills die the same way and it's breaking the handle.
Trying to drill a hole.
Yeah. We should have used the mag drill. It looks pretty good. Okay. Thank you, Ed.
Okay. Hate to get all that in your knees and your boots.
Want to get some oil dry? It looks like this was a little overfilled. I don't know how that happened, but it hasn't caused us a problem yet. Yeah, that's plenty. When we fill it, we need a setting on the ground on its tires so it'll be more level. That's part of the problem. It's tipped up a little bit right now. Shouldn't be much though.
Making it.
This oil looks better than the hubs. Those hubs get a workout. Oh wow. I bet you I get this all over my hand. Oh!
Did you lose? Okay.
Well, it was anything.
Nice. Look at that.
Looks good. Don't let it forget this. I've got a plan for getting the oil in there. Hey, lady. You sleeping in here in the AC? And that plan's gonna involve this. Or part of this.
Well, we're hiding in the shop. There is a whole storm going on out here. When you live in the desert, there is not much better sound than that.
All right, this is the solution to our troubles. All right, Caitlin, this is how it works.
This is the final countdown.
The final countdown. Okay, the higher you go, the better.
Okay.
Okay, so hold it upside down. You're not, yeah, go hold it upside down. Upside down, IV style. Okay, I'm gonna hold this together and you're gonna gently squeeze. This is working.
Let gravity do the work.
Squeeze it. Yeah, you're gonna have to put some pressure on it because it's quite a bit of resistance in this hose. We should probably shorten this hose a little bit, or you can just put it on the floor and stand on it. Try that. Step on it long ways. Gently put some pressure on it. Okay. If you feel like you're gonna pop the bag, stop putting so much pressure on it. I wonder how fast that's coming out.
I don't think very fast at all.
All right, your starter is hooked up.
Good job.
Oh, that was awful.
You want to test
But
it?
that is a brand new start and it looks really good in there. I think we should test it. That's why I'm up here. I might as well just hook everything up. That's what I'm gonna do.
Cut a little bit of this off. I mean, that's not nothing. Okay, let's get the next bag. You're gonna need trade lids. It's not a snack, lady.
She heard the bag.
Yeah. She loves that crinkling package sound.
You don't want to eat that. It won't taste very good.
She interested in the bag of oil you're pouring in?
Yeah. Okay, Caitlin. We're changing this around.
Okay.
I need you to stand on this up
There?
here.
Okay.
Now you get to be a monkey.
Oh, just
thought the tires, this is hard to do. Okay, just stand on it. Here, put your foot farther forward so you're like more centered on it. Yeah. All right. Okay, if that pops off, oil's gonna shoot everywhere. All right, it's test time.
I don't want to put the old starter back in this, so hopefully this thing works flawlessly. Works just fine.
It always sounds to me like that starter is just working really hard to turn that big block over.
Hits really hard and then it just ran.
But it does sound better. All right, since everybody left to go to lunch, which rightfully they should, I am going to try to keep doing this with these metal weights. I don't know how it's gonna go. Let's see. I might need both hands. Let's see. That might work. All right, looks like we're full up. We'll get the plug in there and then move to the front. So after a while, these get a little bit loose. We're probably gonna replace them before too long, but until then, Colin's gonna build these up and shape them so they're tight again.
I'm about to go Michelangelo on these hitches.
Hey, what do you got for me?
Your choice of donut.
Oh, none of those are good.
I told you. You wouldn't like any of them.
Just a regular old glazed donut, like that's it. There's nothing more. If you add more
That
to,
one's close to.
yeah, these just look like heavy. I mean, I'll try that one. Yeah, anything more than a glaze on a donut, I don't know who you're trying to kid.
Oh, that's close. Oh, it's so close.
We'll come back to that.
That's what it looks like.
It looks good. That's way better.
Wow.
We should have done that one time ago. Yeah. Okay, and now we're at. Okay, where are you on this one?
This one's close, it fits, but
Tight.
still too tight, so I've almost got it.
Alrighty, done. Both drive shafts and the complete front end. And now we need to do the back end. So will you climb up there, turn the rear steer center off, and then rear steer all the way one way? Perfect. All right, well, somehow this one's broken off. Gonna see if we can get it repaired. I bet you we can extract that if it's not mangled too bad. I think these are two-piece. All right, let's see. These usually come out easy. Yeah, that went good.
Nice.
Okay, so let's see if we got one the right size here. We found one that would work, so now it's just got to go back together. Make sure there's no scuzz in here. Good thing I did that, because there was.
How are those looking, Colin?
Amazing, we got them all done. I'm just gonna put a light little coat just so they can season themselves, and they should be ready to go. This one's super tight.
Nice.
Go side to side, but no up and down.
There we go. We've got these that are supposed to be greased. Looks like they haven't had grease in a long time. This is definitely, ooh. Why are these not taking grease? I have a theory, or I have a plan here. Okay, Caitlin, what we're gonna try to do is, there's a theory too that this ball is sealed so tight against this because we were getting stuff out of these holes, which means the grease is getting to there, or at least the pressure is. We shot water out of there. So if the ball is so perfectly set in the socket that when it gets pressure behind it, it just seals, there's a possibility. I mean, that might be what's happening. And they might be like Colin said, just getting full. So the jury is in, and what they've come up with is this ball and socket is so precision that the grease is getting behind it and sealing it like it's a ball valve. The grease is slowly coming out. I can see that as we move it back and forth, and I'm talking like a couple of molecules at a time. So it's working. That makes me happy. If you look, these grease zerks down here are just down in a little pond where they fill up with water and water just sits there and seeps in. And I want to try something to see if we can stop that. There it is.
Here in the desert, we get rain every once in a while.
And we hate it. And see, that grease is going to help it release when we take it out. They might even be reusable.
They might.
All right. These axles are Axletech 4000s. About time I gave you a review on those. If you're familiar with terms like a half-ton axle and a 1-ton axle and 2.5-ton axles, and there's 5-ton axles, these are 9-ton axles. Their design is such that they have a really small center section so they don't drag, and they do a bunch of their gear reduction out here in the planetaries. There's 2 different gear ratios on these Axletechs. I think most of the 5000s are like a 568 or something like that. But I believe these are 565s. And that's not a very low ratio for a 54-inch tire. And that's part of the problem we've been having with our transfer cases. We broke 4 or 5 transfer cases. I don't know. But we don't ever talk about that. We're past that chapter. We're into just getting it done and doing routine maintenance. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be giving you a review on these. I'm giving a 10 out of 10 on these. These axles are about 1,800 pounds a piece. We did convert them over to Kodiak brakes. So we had to turn this outer diameter off, but the width is fine. These are the Kodiak calipers. There's an adapter here. We got all this adapter stuff from Western Canadian Rockwell. We have this skid plate here. That's from them. These steering joints that we were working with, that's from Western Canadian. Everything has just been absolutely top notch. Happy with all that. I already talked about the Adams drive shafts. Working absolutely flawlessly. They are some beefy units. Big old U-joints on there. We got the Bilstein shocks. They've been working flawlessly from day one. I turned them 6 clicks harder on rebound and compression, and I haven't touched them since. The thing rides like a dream. We're using the busted knuckle rear steer setup. It's an electric over hydraulic. It's just a little self-contained unit. That's what we use for our rear steer. And it's been nothing but perfect. We haven't had any trouble with it. And let me tell you this, once you have learned how to use the rear steer function on this wrecker,
You can make it dance.
and that's the truth. Hey, Higgy. Rudy's out of town. So, of course, Higgy's feeling really sad. Oh, that reminds me. A lot of you have been asking where Corsa is. Let me tell you. Corsa is Higgy's daughter. And Corsa is just not a shop dog. She has super high anxiety, separation anxiety, just like Higgins does. And she couldn't handle all that. So she is living with a nice elderly couple, living her best life, protecting the house, getting lots of pets, and it was just a happier, better situation for her. And Higgins, you're just gonna have to live in your misery. Oh, you're a good boy. Peanut and Lady, they obviously love all the human interaction and stuff, but when we're not around the shop, they're just fine. They're just doing their thing. Different dogs have different personalities and different coping mechanisms. Some dogs were born with lots of coping mechanisms. Some were born with almost none.
He looks ashamed.
We're looking at you, Higgy. It's a much better situation for Corsa. Thanks for asking. As soon as we get an update on her, we'll post it right here. All right, the wheels are all on. I think it's time to let it down. I'm gonna have to look at the list and see what other things I have to do, but man, we're pretty close. We're just putting the last of the oil in the front differential. As soon as that's done, I think the very last thing that we really absolutely should get done today is fix this bolt. So the problem with this bolt is it's a custom bolt. It's a 1/2" -13 by 8" long socket head cap screw bolt. So I think we ordered 2, but I have no idea where it is. We're gonna go out in the Connex and look for one. If we've got one, good. If not, I don't know what we're gonna do, but I've got 6 ordered and we're gonna carry them on the truck because I think this is gonna be a reoccurring problem. All right. So we call this the wrecker area. If we have a spare bolt, it's gonna be here. We're gonna look for it. We're not gonna bore you with that. If we find it, we'll let you know. If we don't, we'll let you know. Well, it was a bust. Got nothing. This is the right bolt if it was longer. So we just need to do something stopgap until the parts come. I guess it's up to us to figure out what that is. All right, here we are. We've got a solution. And if you guessed all thread, go ahead and bake yourself some cookies. Did you guess all thread?
Yeah.
Actually, he did. When I said all thread, he was already walking to go get it because he's like, of course. We're gonna show you how to do this with the least amount of pain. I already measured it. I got my thumb on it because I want it to be accurate. And there we go. If you find yourself in a situation where you've got a bolt like this, it's going to be really tempting just to pound it out of there and then wrestle the new one in. Today, this one, I could just pound it through with this and be done with it, but I want to show you if this was a bolt, how you'd do it. Go ahead and tap that through. You want me to do it? I'll do it.
And if you guess we were going to use the claw hammer for this project, get yourself some milk with that cookie.
Somebody should have put some anti-seize all over that bolt.
Where'd that bolt go?
Up there. Yeah, we'll put anti-seize on the new ones. Look at those. Just snapped right off. If this grade 8 bolt snapped. It's only a matter of time before this grade 1 does.
But it's softer, so it'll just bend.
It might bend.
Yeah, you cut that plenty long.
Oh, I wanted to have plenty of length. Boltsandnuts.com is supplying these fantastic grade 8 nuts right here. And we're gonna send them home with a Milwaukee impact. There you go. Bolts and Nuts also supplied this drift right here. If I had a bolt stretcher, we could make this one work, but all I've got's a board stretcher for if you cut a board too short. It's past quitting time. Everyone's left. I'm still here waiting for this oil to go in. I'm using the ballast system because it's working and I don't have to push on it or squeeze it or whatever. I have made a little bit of a mess right there. And it actually wasn't me, it was Peanut. She came running through here, just tearing through here and ran underneath that. Ripped the whole hose out, got oil on me and all over the floor. And on the front of the wrecker here, like it's, because when it broke off this, it just shot out. Shot all under there. So, and somehow she didn't get any on her. She just went through there too fast. And I'm all out. I'm all out of AMSOIL. I've got couple ounces there. That's empty. So had to go pick up a couple more quarts. This wrecker takes approximately 5 gallons of oil per axle. So it's got oil in the center section and then in the planetaries, and it's between 4.5 and 5 gallons per axle. So it's not exactly a cheap oil change. Well, while we're waiting for that to run out, see if there's any other reviews. The cooling system works great. The engine stays nice and cool. There's a power steering. This is my primary radiator right here. The secondary radiator is behind it. Let me see if I can show you. I don't think I can, but right. Oh yeah, you can see up in there. That's where the second radiator gets its fresh air from, so it doesn't have to breathe that hot air. We talked about the windshield wipers last week. A lot of you are suggesting to put a wiper motor up top. I've got one of those in the Bombi. I just don't want to cut a hole in the cab. I've already got these holes here. These will work. It's going to be the same amount of work. I know I can remote mount. I know I can do all that stuff. It's just a question of doing it. Like this maintenance that I'm doing right now, today has been a full day. It was 8 hours for my employees. It's going to be 10 or 12 hours for me today. Tomorrow's going to be the same. Whatever I'm doing, I'm going to be on it for 10 to 12 hours. Some days I luck out and work 9 hours, but some days I get hit with a 16. So hopefully at some point there's enough time in one of the days that I can fix the wipers and make them work. But it's, like I said, it's low on my priority list because it just hasn't stopped us from doing a job ever. And some of you cite safety concerns and even wonder if this truck is legal. And the answer is, I don't know. I think it's pretty safe. I don't know if it's legal or not. Back to sitting here and waiting for that oil to go in. Oh wait, it's dripping. Is it dripping? It might be full. It is. It's full. This is kind of like fishing. Like I've just been here waiting for something to happen and it's happening. It's off of here. All right, I got to put the plug in and get this out of here. I might make it home in time for dinner. All right, here's the part where you get to watch me drive out of the shop all victorious and triumphant like. Check this out. Let me show you what precision parking looks like. not too shabby. Thanks for watching.